much and you think you're a cat. I'm like, yeah, meow.
I love haters. Because if I hated a hater, then I'd be a hater. And the one thing I hate the most is a hater. Find someone who's actually, that fits you and that brings out the best version of you. It's also like in a relationship thing, it's like...
He's the first guest to fling as well. How dare... I got slapped.
By the monkey?
In the face.
One time I was really nice to myself and it was so weird.
I understand
It
that.
had like I said something to myself like I would say it to someone else and I was like, whoa. That felt so nice.
I'm very good at masking, and my therapist is telling me I need to stop making everyone feel comfortable.
When someone cannot accept that, kind of put their ego aside and, make amends. Own it.
Actress. Hold on. I don't know why live and let live keeps coming into my mind, and I don't live by it at all. I was so okay for everybody else to be okay. And I'm learning that it's okay for me not to be okay to be okay.
And so I look forward to time alone. I look forward to like those moments. Anyway, embarrassment is such an underrated
feeling.
Saying nobody needs to know. She was saying the most vile on stage.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Press Pause with Jouhayna.
Salam alaikum.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. This is the only word that comes out the right way. So with me, I have literally a jokester. I met him in a comedy workshop like a good year ago, and we've just been vibing. And I was like, come on my show, because he went from being a doctor to a film director and then having his own company. So, mashallah, 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 mashallah. As your mother would say, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. So anyways, if you tune into the previous episode, that's where it was more of a microbiography episode where we spoke about his life and how he did everything that he did. And I found it absolutely fascinating. Also funny moments, which I loved. So thank you for that. And then now we're going to play a game of Burj Banter, which is where we play Jenga. Each block has 200 questions on it and we're both going to answer.
200?
Yeah. Well, each
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I got bored of the ones from before. Anyways, but first we're going to do word association, which... we've done this in Mina's class anyway. Hashtag shout out to Mina. Hashtag go watch her episode. She's our comedy teacher. Ready? It's only for a minute. Emoji.
Smiley face.
Movie.
Film.
Okay. Car.
Fast.
Guilty pleasure.
Candy.
Book.
Read.
Hidden talent.
First word.
Hidden talent.
Handstand.
Season.
Salt. Like seasoning or like...
I was like, your brain. I love your brain. Okay. Song. Feel free to sing.
I want it that way.
Day of the week.
Tuesday.
Emotion.
Happiness.
Hobby.
Comedy.
Social media.
Instagram.
Destination.
Bolivia.
Superpower.
See-through, not see-through, invisible.
Invisibility. Oh, okay, well, that's it. Blind. Stop with a lot.
The worst superpower yet, huh?
It's like my sixth sense has been elevated because I lost one.
What's your superpower? I can't see. Maybe go to special ed.
Be careful. Yeah. Sensitivity training. Danger. To have a comedian on the show. All right. So you're the guest. You pick the first block.
La. You're the host. You take first.
Oh, you're the first person to ever tell me to go first.
Gentleman.
Yeah. Okay. What's one piece of advice you give often, but sometimes struggle to follow yourself?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
So when I pick it, I ask you?
No, we're both going to answer, but I'm just looking at you like you should answer.
No. I said you pick it, so you answer.
Oh.
Start it off.
Fine. I think it's to be kind to yourself, because I would never speak to others the way that I speak to myself. Yeah, I'm a little bit mean to myself.
I feel that. I feel that.
So if I followed my own advice,
you'd be nicer to yourself.
I would be so much nicer to myself.
You know, one time I was really nice to myself, and it was so weird.
Yeah, I understand
It
that.
had
Yeah.
like I said something to myself, like I would say it to someone else, and I was like, "Whoa, that felt so nice."
That was, oh my God.
You're just so
The
nice,
warmth.
Tarek.
It's like a
You're
nice
so-
warm cup of Tarek.
And then I was like, "Shut up, that's not right." I do the same question on the other side.
Yeah, same question.
What was the question again? What's the piece? Of
What's a
advice?
piece of advice you give often, but sometimes struggle to follow yourself?
That discipline will get you to your goals, and be disciplined. Because there's a lot of times it's hard to be disciplined.
I feel like you're very disciplined.
I am, but there's like times when I'm like, oh,
Are you hard on yourself? And then that's why you
I
feel
guess
like
that's-
you're
it's
not
like
being
full circle.
disciplined?
You're a nice
Yeah.
thing to discipline. But yeah, I'm like super tough on myself. But like also, I give advice easier than I take advice.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
the question?
It can be.
That's
What do you want?
whatever you need it to be. But yeah, that
Okay.
the discipline thing, I guess.
There's another one on the back. You want to hear it? What is a childhood memory that has helped shape you? I feel like you'd vibe with this, even though
Vibe with this.
Yeah.
A childhood memory that helped shape me.
Are we a doctor? Watch the first episode to understand our inside jokes.
And then it helped shape. That helped her shape of her hand on my face.
For me, it was the back.
Straight to the face, no wasting time. Turn it around. And
Your mother had 2 sons. She had to be direct.
I remember one time. I got lost. I didn't go home when I was supposed to, and I went out with my friends. I was like super young. I was like 9. And she was so weird. And then I finally came home, and she was crying and like going crazy, and like, you know. And I was sitting in my room, and she walks in and she's crying. She's like, "You come here," and she's about to like whoop. And Dad's like, "No, don't. I'm gonna whoop his ass." I was just like, I'm gonna do this.
Energy.
I'm gonna do this myself. All right, we need to do it. We do it right. All right.
How old are you?
It's like 9 or 10.
Oh my God.
But it was like one of those things. I was lost for like
Okay.
6 hours, a long time.
What were
like
you doing?
I went like it was after this event at school, like a sporting event, and me and my friends went with the older guys, like they were driving, and we were like 10 years old in the back of their car, just like, yeah, this is awesome. And like there was no cell phones, we didn't call anyone. We just kind of like went with it. And it was like 6 hours later, and I walked into his house, and his mom was like, "Where the f- have you guys been?" And I'm like, "What? We're just been out." It's like, "Your mom's called me," and I was like, "Oh no."
Oh, danger.
But that shaped me. That shaped me, but not. But you know, the childhood memory that shaped me. Actually, I remember I was in a race, like a running race. A running race. I was in a race.
Where you ran.
When I actually ran.
You did not power walk?
No. I ran, and I wasn't the fastest. I remember, but like I was amongst the fast, like the whole grade. I was like one of the faster ones in my class, but not the whole grade. But I remember in the end of the race, I was exhausted, and there was like 4 people left. And just towards the end, I just like was like, "Dude, just run. Like use your last bit of energy and just run." And I remember I went from like exhausted to fully energized, and I sprinted past. I got second place. The first guy was.
It's because you didn't commit from the start. But
No,
then
I
you committed
committed.
later.
But I was exhausted, and I just like it was one of those things that I was like, you can just. It's like it's a mental game. You know, it was like one of those things, and like I was just like, a lot of times it was happening when I was like young. A lot of times, like when I'd be like tired or whatever, I'd be like, "Dude, you did that. You thought you were exhausted, you thought you were whatever, and you just like said fuck it, and you went for it." I got second place. Sucked. But no, it was cool. But it was one of those things that kind of it built that discipline in me. That was like, there's always more you can pull out from. But yeah, shaped me.
That's what she said.
Press pause with Jouhayna. I was trying to like filter myself and shit.
I was like, it's like you finished, and I was like, oh, like how am I supposed to not? So for me, I think the childhood memory that has helped shape me I think it'd be hanging out with my grandma. Like, we're talking about grandmas. Oh, sorry. I didn't.
That was a big chunk of coffee
I'm sorry.
to the face.
Like, clearly, I can't cook. I can only bake brownies. Best, don't ask me to make you coffee.
I was wondering.
You
Something
know, I
like,
could see the chunk from here.
you could. You didn't even warn me.
No.
Chunk like kissed me and made out with me. It's a
Joe-
big chunk.
I'm sorry.
It's-
Do you want a spoon?
No. You just need to make coffee lessons. You need coffee lessons.
I
coffee
do need-
making lessons.
I used to have a really nice coffee machine, and then I got rid of it with my husband. I was like, I divorced you. Take your coffee machine.
You kept the coffee making skills?
I did not. Clearly,
That's why.
that's why it's only instant in this house. Anyways, but before, the beans would be crushed. The machine would go. Psst.
The machine would crush the beads. The machine would do that. Right?
Yeah, no, but still.
That's the thought.
Now it's analog.
Get AI about to make your coffee. AI.
I will. Yeah, you saw my AI water machine. Ambient water. Okay, focus. I always hung out with my grandma, and I just vibed with her so hard. So I feel like that's why when people meet me, like apart from you hang out with you this episode, like like we both just laugh. So, but usually I'm a lot more serious. But I feel like I have always been told like I'm very mature for my age because I just hung out with my grandma a lot. Like my mom's mom. She and I vibe. And she's in town right now. So
Really?
the minute you leave, I'm going to go hang out with her.
Listen, your mom in general is a gangster.
Yeah, she is.
Your mom in general. In the class, when I saw her, I was like, whose mom is this?
Yeah, so to give context, Tarek and I met at a comedy workshop that I joined right after my divorce. And then we didn't do the class together, but we did we did a rehearsal. It was like a joint rehearsal with the newbies and then the more like advanced class.
Yeah.
And then that's where we met. And then that's the first time we like saw each other. And then we had a show together a couple days later. So story time. Carry on.
And then your mama showed up and she was just unfiltered.
Yeah, and that was her filtered, by the way.
This woman did not hold back. And I was like, whose mom is this? Who has let her out of the house? And then you come up and you're like, yeah, so that's my mom. I was like, you're her mom?
Yeah.
And you guys were both like, I was like, oh my God, this family.
Yeah, it's mom. That was mom filtered.
That was
You've
filtered.
spoken to her outside of the show, so
A little bit, yeah.
okay.
A little bit.
I told her you were coming over today, and she's like, "I really like him. I hope I'm back I hope I'm back in time to say at least hello." I'm like, "Okay."
She's a gangster.
So I think I hung out with my grandma more. So my grandma is more gangster than my mom.
Really?
Yes.
It goes more?
So you wouldn't expect it, but when I took her to her first comedy show a couple of days ago, and then the things she was saying, I was like, "Oh my God."
I don't know her, guys.
I was like, she makes my mom look PG because, like, mashallah, mom, it's like she's got some work done. She takes really good care of herself. My grandma hasn't gotten any work done. She's like aged very gracefully. So she looks like she's a woman in her 80s. And, she's like the most adorable person ever. And then she says the most savage things. Like, like she saw this woman's gold chain. She's like, there's no way she can afford that. It's Syrian. I'm like, that's just the little roll. And I didn't even notice. Like, I'm just like, oh, she's so pretty. And my grandma's like, that chain is fake. I'm like,
That's the best thing. At some point, like you get to an age where you just don't give. You're just going in and like, yeah, I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna say what it is.
So even though it's a memory, I would say like my entire grandma as a person shaped me a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, your turn.
Also, my grandma was a gangster.
Yeah.
My grandma once bought me a monkey.
Yes.
Like a real live monkey.
How long did that? What happened to this monkey?
It's just taken away. She bought it for me. So
How old were you?
I was 14. I was like,
You're old enough to take care of a monkey. At that age.
ish. But we had, I had a bunch of toy monkeys when I was a kid. I loved monkeys. I was jumping off things, climbing up shit. And so my grandma would always buy me like a new toy monkey. And then one day she called me. She's like, Tarek, I'm going to get you a monkey. I was like, I'm a grown man. I'm 14. All right. I don't want
one hair growing out of my face.
I got one here and one somewhere else. I'm a man. And then she's like, no, it's not a toy. I'm getting you a real monkey. I was like, Ted, come on. I get a real monkey. And then like I hear in the background, like mom grabs her. She's like, Tarek, yes, she's getting a real monkey. She's driving me crazy. We're gonna get a monkey now.
So your mother had to live in a house with 2 sons that jumped off things and a monkey. How long did that last?
The monkey?
Yeah.
The monkey lasted like a month.
Okay, that's longer than I thought.
Yeah.
I was
Monkey
like
lasted-
2 days tops.
Yeah, it's because my parents were in a fight then.
Ah,
So my
okay.
mom was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a monkey leg and show him. And so she kind of kept it in her room for a bit, and then I kept it in my room for a bit. And like it was like I would run home from school and just chill with this monkey. It would eat sunflower seeds like a human. It would just sit like
I love
like
that.
I'm just sitting with it. It was like honestly, it would eat sunflower seeds like my grandma. Like when I'm chilling, like I'm just go in. And it would just like spit the seeds out like an old Lebanese man. And then eventually,
Do you have any pictures of this monkey?
no,
Okay. That would have been such a vibe.
I wish I did. I had like this was before. I remember I had it on like my Nokia phone. It was like a shitty, like 2-pixel photo. But then my dad, I get a call. I was in science class, and I get a phone call from my dad. My dad never calls me when I'm in school. Called me the first time. I was like, oh, mistake. Calls me the second time. I was like, oh,
You're in trouble.
what did I do? What did I do? Is it the monkey? Maybe. No. So I go to the bathroom and I like had to pretend. I was like, oh, hi, Dad. Like, how's it going? Fake happiness. And then he's like, Tarek, is there a monkey in your room? And I was
It's
like,
like, no, that's just me.
no, I was like, like, I was played dumb. A monkey, let me think. Is there a in your fucking room? And I was like, oh, monkey. Yeah, there is one. It's like, okay, let's weigh our options. You either get rid of the monkey now, or I get rid of you, the monkey, your brother, your mom, everyone from this house. I was like, okay, monkey.
Fine.
I was like debating. I was like, where are we going to live? Me, my mom, my brother, and the monkey. If we leave, I can't just get rid of the monkey. I was weighing my options. Then, since I couldn't find a place to live, I was like, all right, the monkey's got to go. And it went
Big decisions for a big man.
from a big man with
Big
2
man.
pieces of hair,
Wow.
strands of hair. Oh, I pulled the card.
I have a monkey story.
Really?
I do.
Yes, I
So
love
mom's a vet, right?
Yeah.
And and there was a monkey that was boarding with us for like summer or something.
boarding with you. What does
Yeah,
that
because
mean?
it's like okay, like you had did you have a dog?
I did.
Okay, so like when you travel and you keep them out for boarding in the kennels and kennels.
Kennels?
Yeah,
Isn't-
kennels. A kennel is like a. Oh, I'll educate you.
Please.
Okay, so mom had a veterinary clinic, and it was on a farm. And then we would have a kennel, and that's where like a hotel for dogs. And then a cattery is like a hotel for cats.
Okay.
Yeah, and then but mom made it really nice. So like we had an indoor area that was air conditioned, and then there was like an outdoor area with like a full net, so the cats and dogs can't run away. And they had a flap door, so they could choose if they want to go inside or outside whenever they want.
Okay.
So then there was this guy who was in the farm over, and he's like, Khadija, I only trust you with my monkey. And she's like, excuse me, what? So he like everyone in that farm area just liked my mom. So he's like, you need to take care of my monkey. I'm traveling. So she's like, okay. So we put him in one of the cat cages, like on his own and like the other side. So it's a fully enclosed cage, and the monkey could do whatever they wanted. And then turns out the monkey was not a male monkey, but a female monkey. And then it had a pink butt. So my mom's like, it's definitely like a baboon. So my mom was like, we're going to call her Boona, because there was no name assigned to this creature. She's like, Boona. And like you've met mom with the high pitch. So she goes, Boona. And then she would like walk in, give the monkey a banana and just like hang out with her for a little bit. And that was like how the day started. This one day we were late to go to work, and we had so many surgeries. Like mom had a lot of like castrations and spays and all of that. And there was no time to do this ritual. And it's like, Jouhayna, you're basically me.
Okay.
So you go and you have to sing to the monkey, Boona, come here. And then you have to go into the cage and just like give her the banana. How dare I got slapped
By the monkey?
in the face.
What? Like with its hand?
Yeah.
Oh,
I grabbed the banana and went, oh. The most humbling experience.
Like a pimp.
I'd rather get beat up by the Etisalat wires again, as a kid. Like that's
You
that's
got-
how I got beat.
You got pimp slapped by a monkey?
By a baboon.
That's
pink
amazing.
butt. By
Give me my banana.
I-
Where's my payment? Where's my money?
so I told
Only one banana.
and then
You got pimp slapped by a baboon. It's amazing.
yeah. Not a
Go on
lot
your
of people
bio.
know that. On my LinkedIn
I mean,
bio.
LinkedIn, pimp slapped by a baboon. What did you do? That's amazing.
Actually, that's the biggest character development in my teen years. Like,
Humbled by a
and then later, like I had to pretend like everything was fine. So I went to my mom, and she's already in the operating theater. So like I do the whole clean, and I go in there because I used to help her hold the sutures.
Yeah.
The clamps, yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, how was it? How's my Buddha doing?" And I was like, "My God, slapped." She's like, she had to stop. She was castrating a cat. She's like, "Please." I was like, So yeah. So since you
Did she blame you? Did she like, what did you do to Buna?
No,
Why
she's
did she
like,
slap you?
she's like, she just loves me so much. Like that was mom's like. She's like, "Aw."
Aw.
She's like, "That baboon loves me more than I realized."
It loves me more than I thought. Anyways, daughter, fix this.
So yeah, that's my story. Okay.
I forgot. Also, I have another monkey story.
Oh, okay. Who cares about the tower?
There's so many monkeys in my life. I moved into a villa a couple of years ago here with a bunch of friends.
Nice.
And the villa was huge. And one of my friends, he's Emirati. He always posted on his stories this guy with like monkeys and like big animals. And at one point, he videoed like a monkey. And I was like, "Whoa, who is this? I would love to have
I love a monkey.
Yeah. He calls him. He's like, "You want it?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "خلاص, I'll bring it to you. See if you want it." I was like, "Oh yeah." So my roommates, I was like, "Guys, there's a monkey coming into the house." So it was this big. It was tiny. We called it Abu.
From Aladdin.
From Aladdin, but also
Cute.
like baboon, Abu. And we all fell in love with it. And then I was like, "By the way, like, what kind of monkey is this?" I was like, "والله ما أدري بركي baboon." I was like, "Baboon." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I think so." The first thing you check when you search baboon is like, baboons attack Saudi cars in the middle of the desert. Baboons are...
Yeah, they're wild.
They're wild.
Yeah, they are. I got slapped by one.
Then you got pip slapped by a baboon. That's amazing. You didn't even get like a normal attack. You got like...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, stupid.
Give me my banana.
Silly girl.
Oh, it treats you... Oh,
Because you know what? I think it's because I was undermining the intelligence. It's like, you really think, I believe that you are your mother.
You
You went
stupid
the wrong pitch.
human. You held the banana wrong even. But you know when like a pimp goes and he gets his collections from his personnel? Mm-hmm. That's
His assistants.
his assistant.
Yeah.
And like, "Yo, where's the money?" She's like, "I couldn't get the money. I couldn't get it." He's like,
No, is that? So that's what you're referring
what
to.
you say when you
I
get
was like,
pimp
why is he
slapped.
calling me? I'm like, what is a pimp slap?
"A pimp slap is
Like,
not a pimp."
If you smack my pimple, that's what I was like. I was like, what is he?
Press pause with Jouhayna.
Oh,
So anyway, we told him, we're like, "Bro, I'm not gonna take care of like a live, violent baboon in the house."
so the baboon didn't last a day, or did
The
it not
baboon
even make it to
lasted
the
like,
house?
I think 2 days.
Okay.
Like we changed its diapers and like just running around the house was so useless, so dumb. We're a bunch of grown men and women like, "Oh, monkey in the house."
Wow.
Singing songs and shit. Every time the baboon would say anything, we'd be like, "In the jungles of might." Anyways, what part of your life have you still not figured out how to take care of a monkey? What part of my life have I still not figured out? Life, everything. What do you mean still not figured out? Everything. Where I'm gonna be, what I'm gonna do, who I'm gonna be with, where I want to live, where the world's going, everything. Wah, wah, wah. Do you believe in second chances? Oh, sorry, your turn.
Oh, what was the first question again?
What part of your life have you still not figured out?
A lot. Like a lot. I feel like I seem very put together.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't. I don't know who told you that. The baboon had it right.
He's like, liar. You know, but it's because you know me from the comedy scene. That's why.
Oh, outside. Oh, the traffic people think you're...
Yeah, you haven't met me. You haven't met Jouhayna and Mahiri. You met Jojo.
I met Jojo. I
You met Jojo. Jouhayna and Mahiri.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you've seen, like, and also in those classes, like, we had sharing circle. I think we did Eddie's class where there was a sharing circle every time. So it's like, I'd be like, this is the mess I dealt with this week. And then the guys would all get so uncomfortable.
I've never been in the sharing circle.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Anyways, I was like, this is so nice that all these men share. Because I was like in 2-0 in the advanced class when I had joined the first couple times, I was the only woman in class. So, yeah.
Was I in that class?
I think we did one together.
I dropped out one.
You dropped out? And then, yeah. I mean, we spoke about this as well on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the air traffic controller, like what I've done career-wise with myself, I feel like I'm very put together there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, some of the guys on shift, when they see I get angry, they get scared, which is good. Fear me.
They've seen you angry.
They've seen me angry as well, yeah. No, look, if you do a good job, we'll be fine.
I mean, that's with anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
you
like
know,
the least...
I think it's just unexpected because I'm like literally like a little ray of sunshine, and then it's like you messed up.
Yeah, you turned that ray.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I think in that sense, like career-wise, with what I've done with my career, like my mother and I are both air traffic controllers. We are air traffic controllers.
Well?
No, like because you said your mom is like we are doctors.
Okay.
So it's like, you know, in terms of
vet,
exactly.
Okay.
That's how I got slapped by a monkey. But you know, it's with what I've done with my career and then everything that I've built with it, and then after I finished my air traffic control training, I got my bachelor's. Now I'm working on my master's. You know, like. Yeah, I'm an adult. I'm an adult girl.
You're an adult girl.
Adult girl.
It's not a woman. You're an adult girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so it's like even with what I've done, like I've made sure like I've like bought my house and like all of these like big girl things. Big girl things.
Well done, girl. Well done.
You know, so
well done.
Thank you. I have 0 clumps in mine because it's still water.
All clumps.
I'm so sorry. I should have stirred it with a fork.
What part of life have you still not figured out? How to make a fucking cup of coffee?
Yes, that's true.
It's yours.
Yeah, I never even used to make like coffees for any, like even my ex-husband. I never made him a coffee. I would just like press the button. I'd press the button. I'm like, Habibi. He's like, you put too much milk in it, and I was like,
it was the machine. It was the machine.
Yeah, so I think definitely it's the coffee part that I haven't figured out yet. But yeah, I think also now I'm just navigating being single again. And I've intentionally been single for the last year after the divorce. So it's like, what am I, this part I haven't figured out yet. Like, how am I going to approach, you know, because my mom's like, when am I having a grandchild? She's like, you can have one without a man. I'm like, Ma. She's like, you don't have to marry. Like, you know, I was like, stop. So it's like, I think that part more so. Like, I think career-wise and like, you know, in terms of day-to-day and like what I'm doing with my life, I feel like I have it on point. But to navigate that part again, oh my gosh. Like, I even consider...
It doesn't have to be navigated. Like, I think people look at it like it's a thing that they have to have figured out. I think like... Yeah, like, my parents also like, you know, when are you going to have a grandkid? When are you going to have a relationship? When are you going to, like, you know, introduce someone? When are you going to get married? I'm like, it's not a metric of success for me. It's not like I have to do this in order to, you know, like, feel fulfilled in life.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah, because there's some people who are like, you know, I am only as good, you know, like when I am married and have kids, that's the goal.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, so when they ask, like, why are you single? They ask it in a way that's like, because you shouldn't be. You know, the other way is the right way. But for me, it's like, I'm not searching for it. I'm not searching for it now. I'm searching for my life and what I want out of life. And before I get someone else into my craziness, I got to figure out my shit. I got to figure out my craziness.
And you also need to be able to find somebody that'll match that. I feel like, you know, like it's important who you pick because they're with you.
Yeah.
And if they're having a good day, you also could have a good day, even if you're having a bad day, and then vice versa. So it's such a big decision. So I agree. Like, even when I first got married, I never looked for that. It just kind of like I met somebody and I was like, oh my gosh, I like you. And then I was like, oh, I double like you. And then I was like, let's get married. So that's
Escalated.
yeah, exactly. You know, and even when I did it, everyone was shocked. Like in my friendship group, I was like, what, you?
How quick was that?
Yeah. So we were together for 4 years in total.
Okay.
And it was great the first 2, and then it just disintegrated the last 2. But the last 2, I was just waiting for him to become the man that I chose.
Yeah.
And
or
then
the
when
man that you wanted him to be.
No, the man that I chose, I didn't even want him to change. So my therapist's wise words were, he never changed. He just became more comfortable to be himself. So he put a front on to get me.
Okay.
And then later just became more himself. She's like, you can't change somebody. So I never chose him for like, oh, one day you could be. I was like, I love this version of you. Let's be. Khalas, because I know I'm not going to. Do I look like Bob the Builder? Like, I don't want to change or build. You know what I mean? Like
for 2 years, he kept up that persona.
2 years. And it was like to the point in which I was like, yeah, this is the man I'm going to stay with.
Yeah.
This is going to be the father of my children, the father of my dogs.
My dogs.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to feed them. They're a lot of work.
There's a lot of work. And like the dogs got to like him as well. They got to like have that.
So you met like the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua liked him.
The Chihuahua liked it?
Yeah.
So
And he took a while to like, he didn't even come to you. He's just like, oh.
Chihuahua's a piece. Chihuahua didn't
But
like
yeah,
it.
no, so imagine my OG Chihuahua liked him. So
Well done.
yeah. So that's why I was like, okay, so now to navigate being single again, and like now that I'm older and I know definitely what I don't want, the filter is more. And then having the like career success that I have, men panic. They panic. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how you operate, but like men literally panic, and it's like they say there's a certain criteria they look for, and then they meet that, and then they panic. You know?
A panic in terms of what?
It's like for example, they'll be like, I'm looking for XYZ. I'm like, cool, I am XYZ. They're like, oh no, I cannot.
Shit. Spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
I am a liar. So for me, I'm just like, okay, but then if there is that interest from the other party, I'm like, but I'm not into you.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just doing my own thing. I'm like focusing on myself right now. And if I meet somebody that's a vibe, so be it. But is it something I'm going to seek out? No.
But that's the thing. Like even you're saying, like a guy says, I want XYZ, and they get XYZ. I don't want XYZ. They haven't experienced enough to kind of say, you know, like I actually do want XYZ.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like a lot of people say, you know, like, what's your perfect girl or guy? And like you would list out these details or you know, looks or personality wise or what they would do, and then you would meet someone that's so much better than that. You know, like. That's, you know, you fall in love with someone that's not that, and you're like, you know, those things don't really matter. They're just kind of like what we think we kind of want. But eventually you find someone who's actually, you know, that fits you and that brings out the best version of you. Your XYZ is not necessarily, those things don't bring out that best version of you. You know, you're like, oh, I want a tall girl who's athletic, who's this, who's whatever, and then you meet her, you're like, okay, she has everything, but like, do I like myself when I'm with this girl? Do I like? So
what did they bring out in you as well? That's such an important thing, because it's very, at least for me, I get so consumed that even when it all ended, everyone was like, oh yeah, we didn't recognize who you became. I'm like, why didn't anyone tell me? They're like, oh, you seemed happy. It's like, oh, cool.
I'm good at seeming things.
Yeah,
I can seem whatever.
Facts. Art form. What was the question?
What part of your life have you still not figured? Is that the one? Oh, do you believe in second chances? Leading into question number 2. Do you believe in second chances?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe in second chances, because I feel like if you see who they are for who they are being, and you don't like that, you have to ask yourself, can I live with it? And if the answer is no, then no.
But that's can you live with the thing that they messed up on? But can you accept that later, given that they won't, you know, given that they made a mistake, you know? So there's like, okay, say someone cheated on you.
No, well,
okay,
you already know I got divorced because he cheated.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. But yeah.
But or something else. Someone like betrayed you in some way. And there's two things. It's like, can I live with the fact that he betrayed me once, you know, and that will always be a dark cloud over my shoulder, even though he would never betray me again.
But how do you know?
But these are hypotheticals. But then the other way is you would never know, because the dark cloud is partly that, like, how can he be so to do that in the first place, you know, with all my loyalty and all my trust and all my whatever. You know, that in itself hurts. But then it's like the future is, will he do that again? You know, so that's like speculation. And a lot of people, when they say, you know, like, I forgive, but I don't forget, they can get over that heartbreak in the beginning. But, you know, it'll always be there, and they'll, you know, their perception of the person will forever change.
Yeah, the lens changes.
The lens changes. But it's like, you know, because some people be like, you know, I can't live with the fact that you did that to me, you know, personally as something. Versus like, you know, okay, you did that, you up, but things are changing. You know, I will never trust you again. Yeah. You know, even though I can live with it. But I don't know if that considers living with it, because everything's changed and you're like, but anyways.
Based on your past experiences, do you believe in second chances? Have you given second chances?
I don't. Yeah, I do. Depends what it is. It depends what it is. I believe in second chances when they are accidents.
Yeah. I was just thinking, like, to myself, I'm like, if something happened that I didn't like or I'm just not okay with, but it came from a good place, it's a different story.
Yeah. If it came, not even just a good place, but like an accident.
Yeah, or if it's something that has happened, and it comes out of malice, knowing that whatever they're doing is out to hurt you, then that no.
Yeah.
You know, but like, if it's something that really, like, they just wanted the best for you and they were doing their best for you, and then you're just like, actually, I really didn't like that, stop. You know?
So there's that. So there's them kind of, you know, trying to do the best for you, but like it kind of, and then they come to you and like, they're, all right, shit, I'm sorry. You know? For me, it's that. It's like, will throw me off. And if the apology or the understanding of that event, even though it's personal to me, and I say, listen, I didn't like that, and that, like, you know, like that me up, even if it's a completely personal thing, and like it may not make sense to them. If they take that seriously, then that, like, you know, I can get over it. I can kind of. But if they're like, okay, so what? You know, you know, say that, oh, I was drunk, or like, oh no, I didn't think that. No, like, it's, you know, when they kind of double down, that's when I cut off. No, like, no looking. If you can't, like, kind of, because I sometimes I say something stupid. I, like, you know, out of good intent or out of lack of knowledge, or I think something's funny and I ruin the, you know, like my comedy comes out in like the worst of moments, and like it gets looked at in the worst of ways, and someone like on the other side of things, you know, they're looking like, oh, that's up, and on my part, I can either double down and be like, yeah, you know, like, no, I didn't mean it, and no, I didn't mean it. No, it was just a joke. It's this. Get over it. You know, it becomes an attack.
Yeah.
That's when I wouldn't, you know, like, accept it for myself even. But like, okay, I good intention. All right, dude, I'm sorry. You know, that's where I'm like, okay. But some people have this, like, have an ego of doubling down, of never wanting to feel wrong and like feel like they may have messed up.
Yeah.
That's when I don't believe in second chance. When someone cannot accept that, you know, kind of put their ego aside and, you know, make amends, own it.
Yeah.
You know, just for a second, like, it just needs that little bit of like, dude, I was going through, and I'm sorry I said that. And I'm like, dude, bring it in, you know, give me a hug. It's cool. Yeah. Shit. But when they're like, no, dude, I was going through some and like whatever, and I said it, like, you know, get over. Exactly. I'm like, you know, okay, then.
Yeah.
You know, walk your way. No second chance. So,
nice.
Me?
Top it up to the top.
That's me. Oh.
Yeah, my turn. Oh. I'll give you that.
She added this game. She normally loses.
Okay. What is a quote or mantra that inspires you?
It's long questions on each side.
I got tired of I flipped it. I was like, it's so long that I don't.
Long. So what is a quote or mantra that inspires you?
I used to always really like quotes, and I had this wall full of quotes, and now I don't. I'm an extreme minimalist now, almost. Like, I'm waiting for these plants to die, and then I'll have nothing in this house. But I don't know why live and let live keeps coming into my mind, and I don't live by it at all. But like, I can hear my mother going like, Jouhayna, live and let live.
But not me. But
You
I
know?
don't let live.
So for some reason that keeps popping into my head, so I'll just use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one as well. I think when I moved to college, I fully took that in.
Okay.
When like I saw people literally like the theater thing I was telling you, like when they were fully in it, and I was like, oh, this is so dumb. I'm like, no, I'm so dumb. You know, it's such a and they were, because they were enjoying it. They were, like fully in it. It's like live and let live. You know, like someone likes to, that's why I hate haters. Like people who just hate. Oh, people like, oh, I hate people who drink coffee out of white mugs. Shut up. Like, what is,
I hate when people make me coffee with lumps.
with lumps. That's not hate. That's facts. That's why I hate haters. I hate being a hater. I love haters because if I hated a hater, then I'd be a hater. And the one thing I hate the most is a hater.
Introspection.
So I have to love a hater. But no, I really don't like haters. And that whole live and let live is the whole thing of just let people enjoy.
Yeah.
Someone likes to, have little weird pens with unicorns on them. Let them. Someone just.
We love her.
We love it. And it's like, just whatever. If it makes someone happy, just let them be happy. But yeah.
Actually, if I think about it, I do stand by that. I was thinking more from a sense of if someone's done you dirty, you should just let them go versus getting your vengeance. You know? So I think based on how I act, I follow that, live and let live. But in my heart, I'm like, you're so lucky I've been in therapy for years.
You're so lucky I'm letting you live. That's the dark side of things. I will live and I will let you live.
Because I think about because I really do believe in karma, and what you put out in the world will come back to you. So even if in my heart I'm like, I want to shred you into tiny little pieces, I will choose to show kindness. So I think that's where my live and let live comes from.
Okay.
Because I remember anytime someone has done me dirty, like my sister, oh God, she tells me, she's like, Jouhayna, please give me permission to go ham on these people.
She's like
she really wants me to be angry and take more violent actions towards people who've done me dirty. And then I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. And then she's like, please. It's like, how Mel Robbins is like, oh, let them. My sister is like, get them.
Get them. So like your anger translator.
She is.
She's
like,
that?
No, is that a movie?
With Key and Peele? So they have this anger translator.
Okay.
Where and they did it for Obama. And Obama will be like, yeah, and so what we're gonna do is we're going to enter the Middle East in a way that is convenient with the laws. And then you have the anger translator is like, yeah, so what he's saying is we're coming for you.
This is my sister. I remember even with the divorce, she literally was like, Jouhayna, you just tell me yes.
Give me the word.
Text me a smiley face emoji.
Blink twice.
Yeah, the plans, even I had, so it was only now I talk about it on stage and publicly on a podcast, but when everything had just broke out and it was I was finalizing the end of my marriage and everything, everyone was like, Jouhayna, please let us finish him.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. And then, and it's he doesn't realize how much I saved him in the end. Wallah, he has no idea the plans.
His thinking is oh, that divorce wasn't so bad. It kind of ended.
But I'm like, you're alive now.
You're lucky.
So I think when I think live and let live, I follow it in that way. So my anger translator, so the little person in my heart as well, is just and I'm like, no, we're gonna be better and we're gonna put kindness in the world because clearly there isn't enough, and that's why people are acting as savagely as they are. So I just choose to
live and let live.
live and let live.
Live and let live.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's another way of looking at it as well. And I didn't think of that. And for me, live and let live is
when you explained it that way, I was like, I like that. I like that interpretation of it.
Both ways. You have like the angel side and the devil side.
Yeah.
It's like it's live and let live and let live.
Yeah, I let you live and I let you live. What's your quote?
Quote or mantra that inspires you? I think it's I think that is one of them. Live and let live. Kind of the don't worry, be happy, live and let live of like personally, or like my mantra towards the world. But my mantra, I think, towards myself would be more of fortune favors the fearless, or fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave.
Okay.
The fearless is cooler. Fortune favors the fearless.
Yeah, F
okay.
and F.
F and F. Fortune favors the fearless. Fortune. F, F, F.
Oh.
Fortune favors the fearless.
F cubed.
F cubed.
Who's an intelligent girl?
Me.
Pay attention in math class.
But yeah, fortune favors the fearless because it's just all the crazy fun stuff and like I think positive things that happen in my life are the times when I said
yeah, also an F.
For it.
I love it.
It's like it's one of those things that like, and it's just who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if you look stupid or there was like just go out, look stupid, try this, try that, whatever happens. And there was a quote another guy was saying is like embarrassment is such an underrated emotion or an underrated emotion. Is it an emotion?
What is an emotion? What was the word? Embarrassment?
Embarrassment.
I think it's is it an emotion? I think so.
Anyway, embarrassment is such an underrated feeling.
Yes.
Or whatever it is. And it's like, go out and make a fool of yourself.
Yes, I agree.
And it's just, because who gives a shit? Half the times, like when you're really happy, and that's the same thing like with the theater stuff. I would look at them and be like, oh, they're so dumb. Like, what are they doing these stupid things? But they're having such a good time. And I was like the loser in the corner, just like, ugh, that's so dumb. Yeah. And they're having such a good time. And it's like, dude, just make a fool of yourself. Have fun. Do whatever, like, do whatever you want. And like, take risks and like all that, because that's where like life happens. All the times when you follow the rules and you sit and whatever. Fine.
Yeah.
But then when you're sitting there and you're like, the adrenaline's peaking, like, all right, should I go talk to that girl or whatever? Yeah. Okay, go. Should I take this class? Yeah. Just try it. Should I comedy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know how many times, like the day of my first performance, I was like, I was going to ditch so many times. So many times. I was like, it's not me.
But you're so good at it. Like but we literally laughed out loud.
But there's like a persona that I kind of like.
You do have to get I mean, how many steps and how high does your heart rate go when you're performing? Because you're moving, it's like a marathon. And you fly on the stage. It's like an acrobatic show.
But that's the thing, like it, when I'm on stage, it becomes this thing where all that worry goes aside, and like I remember the first time I went up, I blanked out on stage.
Yeah.
In the sense, not like I forgot the words, but I was not thinking of where I was. It was just happening, and I was going, and then like I kind of like at the end like woke up and I was like, whoa, like what happened?
Like an out of body experience,
literally.
Yeah.
And like so you have these things, and I was gonna ditch it so many times just because you overthink and you over like worry and whatever, and it's just once you overstep that, once you like get past that initial doubt and initial overthinking, that's where like the good stuff happens. You just do, you go, you try, you talk, you experiment, and like you just have to put yourself out there. You have to, and this is what I love about like creativity, is because like when I first did it, I was scared to be creative.
Yeah.
I was scared to like my thoughts put them down on paper. Like, what if someone doesn't like it? What if someone, and then I started like writing it. I was like, if no one, I was initially not getting roles in like short films in Lebanon because they were all like Arabic and like super like poetic and
and then there's you and me and my monkey.
exactly. And I wasn't vibing with any of it. And then I was like, oh, like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to write something. Let me just write it. But initially I was like, well, I'm not a writer. I'm not gonna like write this for myself or whatever. I was like, whatever, write it. And I was like, should I share it with someone? No, just keep it on your computer. I was like, oh, you're not gonna grow. Share it with someone. And then so like every step was like me doubting myself because I was scared of like embarrassment, or I was scared of like cringe, or I was scared of like judgment or whatever. And that's the risk with like, the creative world, with comedy, with writing, with, your ideas. Is someone can come to you and be like, that idea is so dumb.
Yeah.
Or that joke, and so like you're always worried, but you put that like bravery, you fully commit to it, and that's the difference. Like when right before I'm on stage, I'm like doubt.
Yeah.
And then like just that moment, I was like, you either commit or die.
Yeah. You have to go all out.
You go all out.
Yeah.
And so on one of the show that the last one I did, like not our first one, but the last one, I remember I was on at 11 p.m. I was like,
oh yeah, you were the end. You were the.
I was the last
act.
one there. I was 5 hours into it, and I was almost asleep, and people were getting tired, and I don't know what. And one of the comedians came up to me. He like went right before me, or like maybe 2 people before me. He's like, dude, rough crowd.
Yeah.
They're falling asleep. They're not really laughing. You need to like pump up the energy. I was like, more. And so I remember I stood outside. And I was like, I was getting in my headspace, and I was like, I need energy. And I just like literally at that moment, I sprinted. I was outside of Dubai Mall.
I've seen like you usually go in the corner.
Yeah.
And then you left the corner. I remember that moment because I was like, where is he? He's going up next.
I remember
thinking
I sprinted on the boulevard. Literally, I just like had
only you.
Only this urge. I sprinted. And I came back and I was like, oh shit, okay, ready. And I was doing like squats and I was like, dude, mishbas commit or die, commit times 10 or die.
That was one of like that set that you have. We won't discuss anything on it, so there's no spoilers. Just go watch this man perform. But like, so good.
Dude, that was
so, like to this day, like when I look at you, sometimes I think about the jokes that you said, and then I'm like, oh, I can't laugh right now. So I actually have to like hold it in, and I'm just like,
hold it.
Yeah. So it's like, so that's what happens in my mind. I'm just like, oh my god, that joke was so funny. And then you're talking to me about like your mother and the monkey, and I'm just like,
so much thinking back.
Yeah.
That's like it all comes back into just like putting yourself out there, and that's what I think brings the most back. And to do that, you really need to be brave to put yourself out there. And I think that's what kind of brings the most back. You're going to bring a lot back, and it could be good. It could be shit. It could be like jokes. Even like one of the comedians, he sent me something that like, on my thing, I talk about like riding a scooter. And so now I get a bunch of memes from like all the guys in class about like scooter riding and like, it being this
I've seen
and
you
that.
videos as well. Yeah.
And then like I realized someone else would like make fun of themselves on stage, and I would start sending them things.
Yeah.
And we're always thinking like, we're sharing the most vulnerable parts of us.
Yeah.
And making fun of ourselves and like just opening the road to other people doing it.
1,000%. That's why even now, like because I talk about all of my life experiences, and like I remember when I signed up for the comedy course, the divorce was like less than a month old.
That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah,
that's crazy. When you were talking about it, I was like, oh, so when was this? And like you said, you're like, yeah, like it was like a couple of weeks ago. No.
Yeah.
What?
And so you're gonna love this. So I remember I met up with Shahid Khadijat, hashtag go follow her. And she was the one who was telling me, like, I was telling her, she's like, oh girl, what's been new? Da, da, da. We went out for a matcha date. And then I told her about the divorce. And the whole time I was telling her what happened, she was laughing so hard. And she's like, please sign up to Dubamedi's workkup. Please.
Oh, this is before the workshop.
Before the workshop. Okay. She's like, please sign up, because I didn't know about it. Yeah. And I was just like, and I was listening to Mel Robbins' Breakup Blueprint. She had this like episode on like what to do. And I was like, oh, one of the things was to sign up for an activity to get you out of the house and like develop a skill or do something. And then I remember after I hung out with Shahid, I was hanging out with mom, and I was like, oh, Ma, she was telling me about the stand-up course, workshop, whatever. And she's like, Jouhayna, I would be so good at stand-up. Like, I'm telling my mom, she's like, I'd be so good at it. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I'm telling you this about me. And she's like, yeah, I know, but all my friends say I'm so...
Joanna, can you stop about the divorce? It's been like 3 weeks already, all right?
So then I told her, I was like, okay, Ma, do you want to do this with me? Because growing up, we always did activities together. And as an adult, I've been trying to be more intentional with hanging out with her and doing fun stuff. Because she's so fun. Like, she's such a vibe.
She's a gangster.
She's such a vibe. So then that's how we signed up for the course together. And she's like, Jouhayna, don't talk about your divorce. Astaghfirullah, nobody needs to know. Da, da, da. And then I'm like, this is exactly what I'm going to open with.
She was saying nobody needs to know. She was saying the most vile on stage.
Yeah.
How was... Nobody needs to know. Don't talk about that. Anyways, about me.
Yeah. So what I've been doing. So then me talking about my divorce, the female family members that I have are so uncomfortable with me doing that. They're like, you look bitter, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, but women come to me after shows and they're like, I'm with this guy and I think I should dump him. And I feel like you were the sign I needed to see to dump this man because you seem so okay. I'm like, thank you. Seem.
That's all. I'm good at seeming.
I am like, seem. It took me like a good 9 months to start feeling a little bit better. But that's why.
It took you 9 months to start feeling a little bit better after the divorce?
Yeah.
So the 1 month of the class... After that, it took you another 8 months to start feeling like actually better about it.
Yeah.
You seem pretty well.
Thank you.
After 1 month, you seemed pretty well.
Oh,
so
really?
well
Oh,
done.
thank you.
I'm happy you got to the 9 months of...
Hold on. Yeah, no, it's I'm very good at masking, and my therapist is telling me I need to stop making everyone feel comfortable by being the rock and being strong for everyone, because that's what I did my whole life. That's what I did growing up. I'm the eldest. Are you the youngest?
The youngest.
I felt it. So I was so okay for everybody else to be okay. And I'm learning that it's okay for me not to be okay to be okay. Bada bing, bada boom, you know? So...
And that's the self-talk.
Yeah, exactly. So
you don't have to always be the rock.
Yeah, because I was out there living my life and doing all sorts of things and taking so much off my bucket list that I just didn't do because I was like, oh no, I'll prioritize them and their needs. But going back to the comedy, choosing to speak from such an honest place, like, it makes people feel comfortable to be goofy, but also to make serious life decisions. Like 2 women finalized their divorce after meeting me. They're like, we were thinking about it. So I had a family lawyer on the show and she's made like 2, definitely it's gone through. So I know for a fact it's gone through and I didn't even make commission off it. It was just from the kindness of my heart.
You should start working with lawyers.
I should start working with divorce lawyers because, and even with Ali Wong, like talking about comedy, you're my comedy friends. I can talk about this like with passion. So Ali Wong's latest special was talking about how she's living her life after her divorce, 2 years afterwards. And I remember watching that just after I found out about the infidelity and the lies. And I'm like, oh, this is not the person I thought they were. And because she seemed so okay, I came back because I was in Maldives. So I found out he was cheating and I already had a trip planned with one of my closest friends. And we were going to Maldives. I do so much romantic stuff with this woman. So anyway, so we go to Maldives and then while I'm in the Maldives, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he cheated on me. And I'm like crying and like listening to Mel Robbins' book and whatever. And then I was like, oh, let's watch something funny to end the night and just like go to bed smiling. So we're watching Ali Wong's thing. And because she seemed so okay, I'm like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to dump this man. And that's what I did. And I had to just put my blinkers on and choose myself in that moment. But, it's a full circle moment of like how comedy help me make that decision. And then me doing comedy is helping other women make that decision. And I remember there was one guy, she was only in a relationship with him, so it wasn't like paperwork breakup. And I met him. And to his face, I'm like, you can do so much better, girl. I did. I'm like, the only good thing about you is height. So, yeah, and then she actually did. She went through with it, and then she found me on Instagram, and she's like, I'm in town for a little bit. Can I please meet up with you? I just feel like I need to hang out with you. And I was like...
This is after the comedy show.
This is after a comedy show. Yeah, she found a couple days later, I was like, I'm busy. I'm in the mall. You have an hour. And then we hung And then she came, and then actually, like, the plans I had later canceled. So I was like, okay, we'll just continue hanging out. Went for a walk on the beach. We hung out. We went and had dinner. And then I was like, so it's over? She's like, yeah. And I'm going to New York. I'm like, all right, good for you, girl. So yeah, I feel like it's important to choose to be yourself, because you never know who else you're comforting, even if they do choose to, in air quotes, hate, you know? And most of the time when there is hate, it's because they're, especially I feel like in the Arab community, it's because they don't feel like they have the freedom to do what you're doing. Because I don't even shatter the glass. I don't break the glass ceiling. I shattered it
and beyond.
I like turned it into dust. Made a glass sculpture.
It turned into a Jenga thing.
And Jenga thing.
But no, that's really cool. Like, I'm super proud that you approached it that way, and you literally, like you said, you didn't just like to force into the head that you did it. You went to the comedy. You're vulnerable about it.
Yeah.
I think that's the brave thing, is being vulnerable about it, because you inspire other people. Like, when you share your story, you see it possible for other people. You know, whatever it is, people are living in these, like, and that's why I love movies and like comedy and all these things, because people are living in these like glass boxes or cages, and then they see these experiences that other people have and these stories and they're like, that could be me. I could try this. I could try living this other life. I could try taking this action. I could try to get that type of happiness. And with the arts and, like, you know, the fortune favors, you know, like, you're really putting it out there and it comes back to you.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best things is, you know, they say at these, like, at the retirement homes, like, the best thing that people they never regret is being of service, of giving back, because that's the most rewarding thing in life. And I think by putting yourself out there, you are kind of really giving back to the people. And even though, you know, you might not see it now, or like someone doesn't directly DM you, it sits with them.
Yeah,
it sits with them. I have, like, someone the other day told me, they're like, yo, I quit my job because of you. I was like, well, what did I do?
That's why I wanted to have you on the show. That's why I wanted to have you on the show. Because I was like, there are people out there that we have so much creativity and we choose to stifle it because a title is more important. Oh my God. That was an excellent line.
Shit. Where's your notes? Where are
my notes? It's recorded. It's fine.
It's not just the title, but like an ego. Like, you know, like there's a lot of times where I have to say, just do it.
Yeah.
You know, Nike. You just gotta be like, just like go for it. Like, I'd be like, I want to make this video. I think it's hilarious.
That's your quote.
You know, which one? Just do it.
Yes. I won't say it because Jouhayna al-Mahiri.
But like, yeah, sometimes I'd be like, I'm gonna make this video, and I'm like, oh, it's stupid. It's like this. You know, put myself. What if like people make fun? And then like at some point I was like, dude, shut up. Like, literally, shut up. Just do it. Yeah. And I do it, and like people, like a lot of the toilet diary things that are on my head are just like because I would share it with someone, and they'd be like, dude, post this. Like,
and they're really good. Like, you sent me a couple after we were talking, and I was like, oh, I like, it's so good. And I love that you journal. Like, I know we're going on so many tangents, but like, you told me you journal. I was like, I love that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily journaling. It's more of that, like writing out which is technically journaling, but like I try to.
Like, I don't journal, I write. I write in a book.
I don't write, I create.
With a pink feather pen. I can see it.
No, I did it. I went to Portugal this summer, and I bought a journal because I've been so connected to the laptop for so long. And like every time I'm sitting to write, there's like tabs and shit open, and like
you get distracted.
I get distracted, and it just becomes this reliance on this thing. And I went to Portugal, and I just took a GoPro and this journal. I bought a journal with a pencil, and I just kind of put it there, and I would just take it wherever I'd go, and I'd have these conversations, and then like it's so cool to just be like, listen, guys, all right, I'm gonna go, had fun with you guys, like just random like groups. I'm just gonna go write real quick, like something just like came up, and I'll just go sit and like write it out. I go to cafes, like literally my vacation was going from cafe to beach to hostel to meeting people and just writing in between.
I love that.
And it just
That's
became
so good.
Yeah, it became, and it makes me so much more comfortable with myself, because it's kind of like I'm having a conversation with myself, like exposing different parts of myself. And I just like sitting like, oh, you think that? Okay, Tarek. What? You know, like I'm having this. And so I look forward to time alone. I look forward to like those moments. That's why even like with the relationship wise, you know, like I enjoy that time alone. I don't, if someone's going to join me and me,
and you
know, they better be fun.
Yeah, it's a throuple.
Yeah. They're gonna have to like make both of us laugh.
Yeah.
You know, so like I already make myself laugh.
Yeah, but like, and the thing, that's the thing, because you're so comfortable with yourself and you really genuinely enjoy your own company, to have to bring somebody else into that equation, if they aren't where you are in their own sense and with their own comfort with themselves, because a lot of people who are in air quotes, people assume successful marriages are successful because of the amount of time you've been together. But what if you've just stuck on because you feel like you can't do any better and you're just stuck? Like I went to Taste of Dubai this weekend, right? And there was this, like, I talk to everyone. Like I can make friends with anyone, anywhere, anytime. And I was just, one of my friends bumped into another friend and they were having a chat. And I was like, that's cool, girl. You have a good time. I was like dancing. I was like hanging out with like people at the musicians. Like I went back the next day. They're like, girl, you're back. I'm like, you remember me? You know? And then I was talking to this other woman and she's like, oh, how are you? Like she was just talking to me. And then she really opened up. Like, I don't know what it is about me, but like every time. And I was like, oh my God. And she's like, yeah, I've been with this guy for 20 years and I just feel like I can't do any better. So I've chosen to settle. And I was like, I didn't tell her.
That's the worst.
And I was like, and this is why I ended my marriage. Because I'm just like, nah, I can't. So it's like you're choosing to stay because you're scared of anything other than what you already know. And you're uncomfortable to be with yourself, just yourself. And she wasn't very, like, I didn't feel like she was being very kind to him either. Like the way she was speaking to him and he was speaking to her, I was like, I am so excited to go hang out with my dogs. Like I just want to go home and be, you know? So, but then it just, from an external lens, it was almost like it was a sign from wherever, my ancestors, telling me like, hey girl, the decision you made was right, because if you stayed for the sake of longevity, then it's just not like, you know. And even when I'm speaking to like my aunts who I consider as like my mother figures, they're just like, it just didn't work out, so it wasn't a success. I'm like, no, it's a success because I chose myself. And that is the bigger step. So it is what you make of it.
It's not just the longevity of it. It's like the regret of the time wasted. You know, people look at, you know, if it didn't work out, then the time was wasted. You know, like even in the career, even like when I was leaving medicine, people would be like, but you already spent 4 years studying medicine. Yeah,
plus like, the 5 before that.
Yeah,
it's a long time.
But I was like, okay, but now is now. And I have the next, I don't know how many years. Why am I going to continue in that, you know, in that feeling? Why would I? Because then it would be a waste of time. I was like, not at all.
No.
I studied. I met, like I had a, you know, serious relationship. I like learned a lot. I like saved lives. I traveled. You know, the time is not limited to what I was studying or who I was with, or, you know, I lived a life beyond that and I grew in a way. So that was just one sliver that just didn't work out. You replace it next, you go to the next one. But people hold on to or continue down the path because I already invested too much, you know, time into this, that if I don't continue, then that time would be wasted.
Yeah.
And I would have, and that's the failure for them. So then they just stick to it. Like I have friends in medicine who are like, oh, I want to leave, but like I already spent so much time in it.
Yeah, and the money as well. Yeah. It's like a very big investment.
But even in relationships, like, oh, like I can't break up with them because I already like
invested this time.
I already invested 2 years of my life with
and
them.
Like I said this I was talking to a friend and I was like, all my training has gone to waste because the next person is going to benefit from that. And then they were like, training? Is there a course? Yeah,
my training.
I'm an instructor. I actually am an instructor, but yeah, like there we go.
Yeah, but relax. The next person will benefit from it.
They will.
Yeah.
They will. And girl or boy, who knows? He was a very pretty man. You're welcome. Girl. Uh, yeah.
Okay.
Shall we play Jenga how it was designed, or you want to keep
Yes,
going?
let's play Jenga. I've been itching to play
You
Jenga.
remember? Okay. Was this a block I picked?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're gonna play Jenga. We don't need to read the questions, but you can talk to me if you
We
want.
can do it quickly.
Yeah, that's
Just like as we're doing it. What is your most embarrassing moment? Ooh.
getting pimp slapped by a monkey.
That's not embarrassing because no one was there. An embarrassment needs to be like something with like public.
What's yours?
I don't know. Embarrassing. I've had a lot of embarrassing moments. If I were to say embarrassing, wise,
It's because I didn't have the leveler,
The what?
like the thingy, you know, the corner you were asking me about.
Yes. Amateurs. Yeah, I'm trying to think of an embarrassing moment. I don't know what it would be.
Oh, I like this one. What is something about you that most people wouldn't guess? You answer.
That you speak like this. Everyone would picture it as Jouhayna al-Mahari. And then you come in like, hey, and Jojo, and comedy.
Yeah, I feel like in the comedy scene, and like now that I've done improv, like, all of you have seen a lot, a lot, which I love.
That's the point. That's the point. Be
Yeah.
vulnerable. Wait, what was the question? What's the...
Most unexpected thing about you.
You know,
What's something about you that most people wouldn't guess?
You know, a lot of people, like, before they know me, or like chill with me, think I'm like a very serious person.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes I think I had more of resting face. Is that a thing
It can be.
for guys? RAF. And then they're like, oh, he's actually good.
Yeah, I've been told that people assume I'm very like stuck up, especially like if they meet like me with like a lot of people tell me that like if only you didn't speak, and I'm like, but my speaking is the most fun, you know?
Only.
Yeah, well, specifically, I feel like amongst the Arabs, they're just like, please stop, and I'm
Amongst
like,
the Arabs?
yeah, like,
mean?
so it's like, because also I can't speak Arabic. So they're like,
you
oh,
can't, like, at all?
no, like it's really not fluent at all. Like I understand more than I can speak.
Okay.
So it's like if I'm just sat there and I just look like this, they're like, mashallah.
MashaAllah, she's...
Mashallah, habibti, we love her. And then I speak and they're like, back in the box. Astaghfirullah.
And that's...
So I think that's more of it. And then when people speak to me, they're like, oh, I think also I shock people when I'm funny.
You what? You trap them?
No, like I shock them when I'm funny.
shock.
They don't expect me to actually be funny. Like you
Yeah.
know me from the comedy scene, but like at a very serious conference, and like we're talking about like space and like the next laws of the air, and then there's me. And I can switch. I will switch all the time, but like I think they just don't expect that element of me actually being funny, like actually being funny.
Actually being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I started like in med school. I remember I was supposed to give a presentation. And I gave a presentation about menopause and like the benefits and stuff. And my thing was just full of jokes. And they would like the doctors are very serious. They would not. But there was like a few of them that were like kind of picked up on my jokes, and like would come up to me after like, dude, I can't believe like no one picked up on that. Like I'd have pictures of the thing of like grandmas ripping.
What?
In like a medical conference. This was like menopause and like there was 3 grandmas just like but yeah, I would like slip in the I'd slip in the
A
comedy.
little too aggressive. I love that. I think that's great. Yeah,
But
even,
I you know, I grew into that more after college. Before college, I was I was much more trying to be someone I thought that was cool.
what did you think was cool?
It's like being aloof.
Mysterious. I don't care about anything.
Like too cool for things.
Did you have like a Justin Bieber like?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I had like the spiky hair and the pop collars.
Oh my God, what a throwback!
What a throwback. I always had this like, and it just wasn't me. And then in college, I just was like, live and let live. Just fucking be you. You know how I found it? Like, this is also in. This is also like in a relationship thing. It's like
He's the first guest to fling as well. It's like I fling it and they're like, "Do you think you're a cat?" I'm like, "Yeah, meow."
what guests? But like I started finding people that like would find my natural humor funny rather than like the humor that I thought I should have or the persona that I thought I should have.
Yeah.
And like that brought more out of me, and I started becoming more comfortable with myself. Ooh. What would you do if you won the lottery?
I'd quit my job straight away, girl.
Would you continue this podcast?
I would make this like press pause on steroids. So
Not coffee, just steroids.
lovey. So in my heart, what I want I would definitely do the podcast, and I think I would release like 2 or 3 episodes a week. Like I would really like record so much content. More vlogs with my mom, but I'd make my own reality TV show because holding the camera is a lot of work.
Who do you think is going to win this, by the way?
Yeah, you guys.
You think she's going to win?
He's like, I am like, you. He's a competitive sporty man.
No, he's just saying that because you hired him.
He's like, I like her money.
You're being paid to say these things. We'll make a bet on the side. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I think it's I would do podcasting full time. And I would have my
Yeah, exactly. Spaghetti-o. Oh. Hold that.
the sounds that come out of this man.
It's almost.
I mean, honestly, if I put you and my mom in a room to just like it already between the 2 houses, it's gonna be a lot. Like, is your mom over? No, it's just Tarek.
What? Oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Like,
I'm sweating, but only from like one armpit. Hold on.
Jenga.
I am a surgeon.
Jenga. You control airplanes.
I know, but
it's a little wooden block.
That's brains, not.
It's a little wooden block. Maybe you're the wrong type of airplane.
You're welcome.
No, you are welcome. You are welcome.
Pick a block.
That's what you get for putting chunky coffee. What do you do
In
with
the
yourself?
end, you won.
Of course, in the end, I won. What is something you're sure you would never do, but secretly wish you had the guts to do?
Ooh.
That's a good one to end.
Also, what would you do with the lottery?
I would make movies.
Okay.
Like movies.
Okay. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, okay.
This was so much fun.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
Sorry I had to beat you at Jenga in your own home. But, that's what comes with challenging you. That's what happens.
All right. Game on.
That's what happens.
I'm like, this is going to be the start of a very competitive,
Game
every time I see you.
Game out.
He has jokes. So anyways, I had a great time. I hope all of you enjoyed tuning in. Press Pause family, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And, here, just go follow Tarek. He's so funny.
Tarek Adis.
Yes.
Dum dum dum.
Dum dum dum.